Incremental greetings. Let's continue the Supermemo course, the Pleasurable expansion. We have seen about the Decompose feature that you can run in an element. Now that we know how to use that feature, now is when should I use this feature, the Decompose? The first example we have seen is a list. And this is one of the very good examples. That I have a list of items and I want to memorize in which category they are. Could be just two categories or more. In this case, potatoes is a fruit or a vegetables. I already know what is a potato. I already know what's a vegetable and a fruit, right? Now I only want to memorize the association, this category. Since the formulation will be the same pattern, yeah, I can save time and use Decompose. Easy. And remember, perhaps in the original text, there are more options. I can remove the options I don't want to. Or I can add those. I also struggle with something, I don't know. Beetroot. What is this? Is a root? Counts as vegetable? I don't know. So I will also put it here. Then, my own examples from this backup. Another case, okay, here, is the vocal fry. I applied done already. You can see the vocal fry in the title. Is another example. So at the end of the day, it's still a list, yes, but those refer to the same concept because are different names that refer to the same concept. In my case, my default is vocal fry. Vocal fry. This thing. What is vocal fry? I just ask what is vocal fry, and I recall the definition. For me, this is passive. It's not what you will do originally, but the details will be done later on the formulation. In this video, I won't tackle the formulation. But to simplify, is what I want as a user is not being able to use all of those words in my active vocabulary. What I want is that when I see popcorning, that I will never use myself, I read an article or I watch a YouTube video and they say popcorning, oh yeah, they mean vocal fry, perhaps more colloquial expression. Or this thing that I don't even know how to pronounce exactly, laryngalization, something like that. Oh yeah, perhaps it's more anatomical, but refers to the same thing, the same phenomenon, vocal fry. So then what I want is that at the question, is that alternative name also known as, and I have the same answer. In my case, because I'm used to vocal fry, because I'm in accent coach communities and so on, for me, it's quite common to hear this expression vocal fry. In this case, what you could do, if you really stretch it, is this. Instead of the definition every single time, I have vocal fry every single time. That depends on you, and that is more or less the domain of formulation. But what I will do, even if it's just vocal fry, I will still do the decomposed. Is for an alternative name, map it to my original name, that is vocal fry. And it's just a list. You can see it in the title. Vocal fry is, and the definition. And the other I had, G factor is the same thing. G factor, general intelligence, general mental ability, general intelligence factor is the definition. A variable that summarizes positive correlations among different cognitive tasks. For me, it's G factor. So again, if I have to use it in myself, in my active vocabulary, I will use G factor. I won't say general mental ability. But since I'm reading about this in articles I imported and so on, and I know this will appear, I want to passively recall that when I see this, means G factor. Oh yeah. And this comes from Wikipedia, I think. So I just adapt the syntax. When I do the extract, I just adapt the syntax, decompose, and on top of that, I know that all of them will be children, will be children, like in the vocal fry. So they are grouped. Not only that, they will have a different priority. Do you see here they have 35, 30, 29, 34, 36. So there's a slight variation, but they are more or less in the same place, in the same range of priority, automatically. So it's good that they are not dead next to each other in the priority queue. Like next, and you have a block of, in this case, I don't know, 8 or 9 items consecutive in the priority queue. They have some slight variation, but within the same range. And I have this for free. I only do right-click, right-click, reading, and decompose. That's it. One action. The longer the list, the more time you will save. It's one of the features that comes in handy to use, but is not required, because you will achieve the same result manually. And unless you really work a lot with also known as or categories, you won't be using this every single day. But it's useful to know, because again, you can search for this, which it's a perk. That's all for now. We have seen the Decompose. Next video will be about Dismember, and we'll finish the section there. See you in the next video.